Okay, we're not gonna get a recap. That's weird. Usually there is some kind of recap in Telltale games. This is super weird. I don't know why there is no like previously on Batman, the Enemy Within. Hey, chaotic clown bitch, welcome back.
A madman from Gotham's past returned to terrorize my city.
If I remember correctly, you were here watching the first episode,
striking at the things I hold most dear.
So you're up to date, I think.
Deadly traps. I emerged the victor, but the cost was too great. Lucius Fox is dead.
We just started, so you didn't miss
Riddle
anything.
is dead. And with him, the only lead I had to taking down the greatest danger Gotham has ever faced. And the person best equipped to help me is a threat to my deepest secret.
The Riddler was going to be my way in, once we captured him alive. But now I have you to lean on. A man who lives on both sides of the line, and knows exactly when to cross it. Yes, you and I will be working together very closely.
Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne.
So yeah, that's Amanda Waller from the Suicide Squad movie. Or the same character as in the Suicide Squad movie.
First thing you need to know, I can keep your secret. And since you've been doing right by me, I'll continue to keep it. No reports, nothing. No one else needs to know. To deal with the present threat, though, I need both of you. The man inside and outside the mask.
Do you now?
You have to understand, I'm not the enemy here.
I mean, the game is called
right
The
now,
Enemy Within, so who is the enemy?
Our problems are far too big for us to be bickering among ourselves.
Yeah, we could have fucked up with our relationship with Gordon.
And things will go smoothly.
Fine, I'll extend an olive branch if that's what it takes to make you happy. Gordon's a stubborn old mule.
I want to keep Gordon's side since he's the, besides Alfred, he's the greatest Bat Family character.
When Riddler's friends hear he's dead, they ain't gonna just carry on,
and of course, besides Batman himself.
They might get sloppy. They might want revenge. Or they might simply accelerate their plans. I'm gonna need eyes everywhere in Gotham. A man like Bruce Wayne, with all his influence and resources, can go places Batman can't. You understand what I'm saying, don't you? Your public persona could be a great help to us here. Maybe even as much as Batman.
I gotta risk that kind of exposure.
Bruce Wayne is my cover. There's a
get what she
reason I
means.
keep my identity a secret. The wrong person finds out.
It would be super suspicious if Bruce Wayne just goes around hanging out with criminals.
What the hell?
Yo. New Year when
looks like the whole city's under attack.
Already.
We've got a report of a raid on the Gotham PD arsenal. If those bastards get their hands on our weapons...
This is coordinated. It's Riddler's gang. It has to be. We're gonna need Batman for this one.
Agreed.
Emergency services is already pushed to the limit.
Then we'll have to redeploy patrol officers to defend the arsenal.
Where's Rachel?
I don't know how the hell can that, what's the name of the actor? Christian Bale talk with
that Batman voice.
That hurts my throat.
Let's move, people. This is what we trained for.
There's been an attack in the financial district.
I mean, I guess if you just practice doing it over and over again, you get
used to talking like that.
But like that Batman sounds goofy. That's why I actually prefer Michael Keaton as the greatest live-action Batman out there. He's the Batman from the Tim Burton movies. Tim Burton is my favorite movie director, so Michael Keaton, one of my favorite actors. So no surprise there that I love those guys and love those Batman movies. Although the mainstream seems to like skip over them, since they are more goofy, but they're not the Joel Schumacher Batman and Robin movies. Batman Robin is one of the greatest movies of all time because it's one of the worst movies ever made. But I freaking love Batman and Robin. especially because of Arnold. Get to the chopper. Put the cookie down.
Not what you came for. You don't need me.
Well, you better hope that's not true.
Yo.
Live your usefulness and the boss will make a pretzel out of your neck.
Batarang. Absolutely.
Whoa.
Hello, Chip.
How many are there?
I don't know. 10 or 12, maybe? The really big one. He made me give him the keys to the armored transport
Really big one.
vehicles.
Who
I didn't
can
want
that
to.
be?
I swear.
It's okay. Get out of here. Now.
Thank you, Batman.
Bye.
Hey, you about done?
Yeah, just about.
Drop from above. Inverted takedown. Oh yeah. Whoa. That came out of nowhere. Left on keypad, right on keypad and square. Whoa. Hey, look at that.
Who are you? A nightmare. Much like yourself.
Bane.
But you can call me Bane.
Damn, I like this. The character design this Bane has going on. He kind of looks like a WWE
cannot win a war
wrestler.
alone.
Are you sure about that?
You fight well, but you fight alone. You will die alone.
That's super familiar sounding voice actor, but I can't put my finger on it. Lame. Game doesn't even have... What? Game doesn't even have Husmas. Yeah, a little bit, but I personally kind of like this.
I
I mean, you can see his mustache, and that's great mustache style. I can't grow mustache, so
You should be worried
I'm happy to see
about
that this guy can.
yourself.
I promised my men a hell of a battle if ever I faced you. And I'd hate to disappoint them.
Is that
I haven't faced a true
what is
warrior
it?
since I left
JB Blank.
Peña prison. And
The guy who was Bane in Arkham Origins, and that one Gustavo Frings doing in Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. I actually started watching Better Call Saul again.
save your strength, man. This one is mine.
I guess I'm just partial to the classic LOL. Yeah, but like, feeling nostalgic is absolutely okay. Like, why do you gotta growl? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, are you gonna break my back like in like oh shit, that was cool. That's cool. I like that the episode like straight up starts with
If you take
fight scene with Bane. Grandpa, take me. Are you gonna do it? Is he gonna do it?
this pain you're feeling, Batman.
Schlag. Ow! Ow! I mean, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. After this sequence, I'm gonna lower down the volume just a little bit. The master volume. This is a little kind of loud for me. Like, why wouldn't you check if Batman is dead? Why wouldn't you just leave?
Get him? There is nothing to fear, my friend. Keep your eyes open. Don't let anyone follow you.
Like, that's kind of young.
Safe travels, my friends.
The GCPD trucks. Do we get a leak in the department? Ah, shit. I know that we gotta work with Waller, but I gotta call Gordon. Gordon knows this city better than anyone. The GCPD should be able to quickly find the stolen weapons, but Waller will feel disrespected for superseding her authority. Waller's people are well trained and equipped. Like, this would be actually kind of more reasonable thing to do, since they are, better, like, well, they're federal agents, so they're more highly trained than normal police officers. To deal with Bane's men and safely recover the weapons, but Gordon is bound to feel betrayed if I cut him out of the loop. I'm sorry, but I gotta go, Gordon. I can't leave my boy alone. I hope he's not that mad at me anymore.
Batman, what's wrong?
Aww.
Hang in there. Help is on the way.
Damn, that was cool fight scene with Bane. I've actually never read any comic books where Bane appears. I have read some Batman comic books, but I've only gotten around to them on this like past couple of years. I own 3 Batman comic books myself and have read a few more. But I would love to own more of them, but they're kind of expensive. Sorry? Just lowering down the volume, master volume, as I said. Let's go with that. Sorry for the interruption. Everything should be okay
Batman!
now.
Say something if you can hear me.
I'm Batman.
Gordon.
Christ. Batman.
Come on, help me.
Like, Waller will feel betrayed, but
It won't move.
at least Gordon likes me again.
Batman, we're gonna need you to help us push this thing off you.
Kyle Schagler.
You can do it.
It's moving. Jesus Christ.
Oh shit.
Come on.
Yay, Jared Emerson Johnson. Shout out to Emerson Johnson. He's a great video game composer. Probably my favorite one after Gustavo Santaolalla, the guy from Last of Us, or who made music for the Last of Us games.
He saved my life.
Batman?
It's okay, Jim.
I could come up with that drinking game. Every time Gordon says, Batman! Take a sip.
The entire GCPD arsenal raided? Every single armored personnel carrier stolen?
Like, are you mad at me?
Those are the hardware they stole? Christ, I don't want to think about it. I just want to know who these sons of bitches are.
There's only one of them that matters. He called himself Bane. His men loaded the weapons onto the APCs. Said they were taking them to a warehouse near the docks. They need to be found.
I'm already taking orders from Waller. I gotta take it from you, too?
Like, why are you
that's how
such a
it
bitch right now, Jim? Do your job.
I'm sorry, Jim. But the city will be in danger if you don't.
Gordon won't forget that. Is that a
see what I
positive
can
or
do.
negative thing?
Put whatever manpower we can spare on the search for those armored vehicles. In the field and watching CCTV feeds.
Yes, sir.
You know, I'm still mad as hell at you.
Why?
Interrogating that Riddler goon without my damn consent.
Yeah, I know.
I only agreed to work with you because I thought you were a man of principle.
Like, are you gonna
Someone who
hold
wanted to
grudge
step
against
out of the
me
shadows
till
and
the
into
end
the
of
light.
times? Because
I don't know what's going on with you and Waller,
because
but
one time I went behind
You've
your back
changed.
to interrogate a guy without consenting you.
it's like I don't even know who you are anymore.
Waller. She has something on me.
Jesus, Batman.
Your relationship with
Wait.
Gordon has changed.
Tell
That's
me later.
interesting.
I've already got enough to worry about. I'm glad you called me.
I
Riddle.
gotta remind
Good to know
you
this
that
partnership
your guys
still
tried to
means
kill
something.
me throughout the entire
But I won't
first
lie.
season.
We've still got a ways
Sorry
to
for
go.
the spoilers, by the way, for the first Batman game. No, that's not a big spoiler.
Right on time. I'll get to the Batcave. See if I can make some sense of what happened tonight.
But I gotta say that I kinda like that the game makes you choose between Amanda Waller
So, what did I miss?
and Gordon.
No, I was at the scene
Like
of a
federal
heist at
level
the Gotham
versus
brokerage
the
house
local
when Batman
level.
called me here.
What were they after?
We're still getting a full account. Once the dust settles, I'll send you everything we've got. Detective Bullock's writing up a full report. I'll
Hey,
have him
Harvey
send you a
Bullock.
copy.
Officers are ready for your deployment orders.
I've got to get going.
Don't leave me alone.
Your partner, Avesta. How is she?
Still in the hospital. Doctors say the hearing damage could be permanent. Damn it, it should have been me. I failed her.
Like, is now the time? No, it's not.
I put
But
her
okay.
in danger. It's my fault.
Avesta's tough. A survivor. She'll pull through.
Well, she's been through a lot.
Yeah, I was wondering what
hope
is
this
this
doesn't
guy's
break
name,
her.
but apparently he's Blake.
Look, I owe you one for saving my life back there. So I gotta warn you. Waller flipped when she heard you
Has this
call
guy
Gordon
said
instead of
anything
her.
to us?
You really
Ever,
should
but,
stay on
like,
Waller's good
ever in the
side for
first
as long as
episode?
you
I don't
can.
remember.
For everyone's sake.
I guess he said hi to us at one point, but that's about
I'll
it.
tell
And now he's,
Avesta you asked about her.
like a major character here suddenly. Okay. He's a determinate character.
Oh,
So I guess he could have
put them
died
in
in the
there.
first episode,
We're going to need it.
but I managed to save him from the Riddler. Episode 2: The Pact. I'm excited, guys.
Bruce!
Alfred, man.
I'm fine. Really.
You are not fine, Bruce. None of this is fine. You were nearly killed tonight. Those minutes of silence,
Sorry
waiting
to
for you to
disappoint
respond,
you.
they were the worst of my life. I didn't know if you were alive or dead, or if
Thought you'd be used to it.
I would ever see you again.
I'm so sorry to put you through that, Al.
You'll just do it again tomorrow.
I mean, facts.
We already
Alfred,
lost
best boy ever.
Lucius.
He is.
I couldn't bear losing you, too.
Like, Alfred is the father
talk
figure
about all
we
this
all
later.
hoped for, but never got.
Come on now. Let's get you patched up.
Last time I was actually speaking about Alfred's voice actor. Apparently, I'm wondering that like his voice is
As if he
super
wasn't
familiar
bad enough.
sounding,
Now Director Waller
but
knows
apparently
your identity.
I looked up and
That
he
information in
voices
her hands.
Waller
what's the
isn't
name
the
of
one we need to
the
worry
guy
about.
from
Bane is
the
still
movie.
on the loose,
Nestor
with
from
enough guns to arm a small militia.
Steven Spielberg's The Tintin, The Secret of a Unicorn, if you know that film.
A man
Haddock's
died here tonight, Bruce. Trying to save you from
butler.
that monstrosity. Too many have died.
I was a huge fan of
too short a
Tintin
time.
when I
The cost of
grew
this
up,
war
unfortunately.
just continues to rise.
Now it's kind of a controversial series.
It's gonna get a lot worse before it gets better.
And not
Bane
just
is
real,
running
but it's
free out
extremely
there.
controversial.
It's just getting
Controversial
started.
comic
That's what
series.
frightens me, Bruce.
Especially the first comics.
We've never seen this kind of destructive power before.
Waller was right about one thing. Riddler was just a small part of a larger threat.
But yeah, I was a fan of Tintin as a
Let's
kid,
begin with the
so
dart.
not anymore.
Got it?
Damn,
We're
abs.
good. Thanks. Al. Huh. There's still some toxin left in here.
What kind of toxin?
Something new. There's a whole series of powerful psychoactive meds in this cocktail. Drugs that are lethal when combined.
Who could have come up with such a concoction?
And did the same person
Scarecrow?
pull the trigger?
Question mark?
Bane's attack was one of 3 tonight, all at the same time.
Let's bring him up. Get an assessment of the damage.
GothCorp Labs. You see? Ice. Who else could it be but Arnold from Batman and Robin?
GothCorp Labs, genetic research facility. Where do we even start with this?
Yes, I have no idea.
Authorities can't determine what was even stolen until all of that melts.
At least 20 dead, some completely encased in ice.
Others were frozen
Yeah.
solid. Some of their limbs shattered as they
Ah.
fled.
At least they didn't feel any pain.
Waller's intel shows that the
I guess.
thieves made off with numerous pieces of equipment used in the storage and transportation of biological material.
I don't even want to think what they'd want that for.
No IDs on any suspects, though. Security cameras frozen. All witnesses dead.
Gotham Brokerage.
Gotham Brokerage.
Dr. Harley
10 million in
Winsell.
diamonds stolen. Some safety deposit boxes emptied. Contents unknown. Over a dozen dead, and even more wounded. Mostly by gunshot, though some victims had their heads smashed in.
That's barbaric. Witnesses place Harleen Quinzel at the scene, dressed up as a clown and wielding a mallet.
Oh, it's a mallet, not a sledgehammer.
Riddler's friends are as insane
Or a
and
cold
gruesome
mallet.
as he was. Perhaps even more.
Those same witnesses say that she acted alone. All that carnage. All by herself.
Like, how many casualties? Is there anything new here? We already read through this. This was interesting. Harvey Dent trial pushed back again. Because yeah, Two-Face and Penguin were the three of the main villains from the first game. Here, Oswald Cobblepot. Even though this does not look a thing like the Penguin. Like, this guy is not the Penguin for me. Rip loose. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna read through this. Whenever I publish this video in my YouTube channel, it's gonna take time. But whenever I do, folk can start post a video and read this through themselves. Okay. Codex. I want to read John's file actually. I never thought I'd see John's face again until he showed up at Lucy's funeral. Evidently he listed me as his emergency contact when he was discharged from Arkham. Could he be stalking me? He wanted me to meet some of his new friends. I accepted his invitation. He was already making a scene at the funeral. I just wanted to keep him from flying off the handle. Something good did come out of our conversation. John gave me a solid lead on the Riddler's location that pointed me to an abandoned water tower in Gotham East End. Could John Doe and the Riddler really be connected, and if so, how? Yeah, that's the old stuff. So this is the Blake guy. Vernon Blake. Okay. And she lost her hearing. I can't help but blame myself for her situation. I know that the circumstances were impossible. It was the love of the 3 agents of or Avesta's hearing, but that doesn't excuse the part I played in changing her life. Yeah, but like it's one person's hearing or the lives of 3 others. Like, of course, losing your hearing ability is awful. Losing it permanently is even more awful, but like, would say 3 people. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna read this. Other
guns, money,
things.
biotech. What are they planning?
We won't know until we get to Bane.
I don't mean to cause offense, but you're in no shape to beat the information out of that monster, or take on his friends if it comes to it. We've already seen how formidable Bane is on his own.
Don't underestimate me, Alfred.
It would be suicide in your current condition.
Of course I could use help. But both the GCPD and the agency are stretched thin. One thing's for sure.
Even the agency?
We can't just wait around for Bane to strike again.
It's a federal investigation bureau, so I'd figure that there'd be a lot of
to risk Bruce Wayne's cover,
backup folk.
But I'm more worried about the risk to
in.
Batman, given your current condition. Riddler said his friends abandoned him at the Lady of Dublin.
He alluded to the fact that John Doe
The picture of Bane is awesome.
If that's the case, then John can get you close to the others. He already wants you to meet them. John Doe might be your best chance of getting inside.
I'll have to betray his trust.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what they're up to.
I'll
like,
have to repay John's trust.
I don't want to do that since John is
You wouldn't have to
adorable,
betray him if he
but
didn't associate
like,
with
he's
criminals.
still basically the Joker, but he's
approaching Bane and
not
his
called the
people this
Joker,
way.
or he's not like a bad
Suspicious
guy.
of anyone who isn't a proven criminal.
At least now.
You'll have to give the performance
yeah.
of a lifetime to pull the wool over their eyes.
They want Bruce Wayne as an ally.
Bruce Wayne has
and
influence
following
and
on
endless
Thomas
bank account,
Wayne's
and as
footsteps.
of last year, questionable integrity.
Everything a criminal network looks for in a new recruit.
So that's it then. I find John Doe and accept his offer.
John, I'd like to take you up on your offer. I love the D. Hey, happy face.
The stacked deck. That's where he is.
Stacked deck.
I suppose you couldn't wait an hour or two while you rest.
Nope.
Not a chance.
Yep. So it's a bar that we're going into. Damn, shout out to bars. Not like rap bars, but like beer bars.
I'll tell you about Batman. He's no hero. The way I
That
see
declared
it,
bank and
it's just a
all the
bunch of hired
companies
muscle for rich guys.
or industries that declared
Guys like
bankruptcy because of
Bruce
COVID-19.
Wayne.
I feel you.
I see.
And everyone who lost jobs.
Willie, tell Bruce Wayne how that makes you feel.
I love that John
Okay.
is like a
Feels
No, Willie,
psychiatrist
he's
here.
on your right.
feels like crap, Wayne.
Preach!
And you're just a huge, colossal, gigantic, spoiled piece of sh. Oh, I am.
No harm
I
done.
mean,
I'm going to ignore
I don't think
what
you're the first one who's saying
No,
that
I'm
about
done.
me.
you set me up.
Nonsense! Bruce! Don't mind Willie. We're just messing with you. You look like you could use a drink.
Are you gonna buy me one? Can I get a cute little umbrella on one martini? It's a clown legit pain, whatever it takes.
I run a therapy circle here every second Sunday.
Therapy circle. In a bar.
These people need the expertise that I learned in Arkham.
Counseled by a clown. Or a guy looking like a clown, he's not a real clown. Cerveza, a beer.
So, that rude know-it-all really got what was coming to him.
Authorities are refusing to comment on the death of the mysterious criminal known as Riddler.
Who am I? Who am I? You're a rotting, stinking corpse. That's who you are.
John, did you have anything to do with the Riddler's death?
I mean, I hated the guy, but geez, Bruce. You really think I'd be capable of cold-blooded murder?
I mean...
After everything you know about me, you really think I'd do that?
No, I don't think you did it.
Of course not.
Like,
I mean, I know you hated him, but...
I don't want to encourage him to become the Joker we all know and love and hate.
What you were
and love to hate.
But hey, no
and hate to love, but...
Anyway, I was a little surprised to see you, Bruce. I'm guessing this is about that favor I asked. Look, before we get into that, I need to come clean. Riddler was more connected to my friends than I'd let on at the funeral.
Riddler? Really?
Yeah, he was kind of our leader, but he was just so bad at it and so intolerably annoying. I thought he'd be out of the picture by the time you came around. I should have told you. I didn't want you to think we were all like him. No secrets between us. Ever again. You have my word.
I feel so bad because I'm sure that we're gonna break our secrets. No, I can't leave him hanging here.
Pinky swear.
Friends for life. Alright, let's go meet the guys. I'll let them know we're on our way.
You didn't even finish the drinks. Come on, that's a waste of good beer.
I'm out of medicine. I don't like your face. I think you're bothering my friend John.
Nothing gets past you.
Okay, fine. You're right. I'll leave him be.
Go away, Willie.
What are you... Screw you!
Oh, shit.
Nobody disrespects me! No one's making a
no, I don't wanna get violent. I'm just gonna buy him more medicine.
Easy, Willie. I can give you money if you just leave John alone.
A bribe? I can't be bought off that easy, Wayne.
Buys a lot of medicine.
Can buy you a whole lot of medicine.
Oh, well, when you put it that way. Thanks, Wayne.
And I appreciate that the comedic aspects and the writing has developed a lot from the first game. The first game was kind of linear with its themes, and it was more... Like, this game is more dark than the first game, I guess, up until this point, since Lucius died. Damn, they straight up killed one of the major Batman characters in the beginning of the game.
Bruce,
but
one more thing.
The first game had its funny moments, but it wasn't really like comedic. And I'm not usually like into comedy films or comedy movies. I mean, comedy films. Oh shit.
It's an odd feeling. And at first, I thought I had some kind of disease, but
me?
No. I think it's love.
And are you in love with me?
No. But I hope we can still be friends.
Oh shit, friend zone.
So mysterious. You at least gotta tell me her name.
She'll want to introduce herself.
I mean,
but,
obviously it's Harleen. I mean, Harley.
You could please help me look good in front of her. I'd appreciate it.
But I was gonna say, yeah, I'm not usually a big fan of comedy movies, comedy TV series. But I appreciate when comedy is one of the more like hidden elements in other genres. Like here, this is like I mean, it's not a really big count Batman as a superhero.
I'm pretty sure this is how you get this thing started.
I could buy you a car.
I could just buy you a car, you know, something with an actual key.
This works. It's just
how long it took him to say no.
Error.
Yeah.
Just one.
I mean,
sec. There we go.
I kind of like guess that John also likes us like that in a way.
Don't turn around. All right, Wayne. You
Like
got
in the
my
major
attention.
media, I actually
Give me
think that
one
Joker
good
kind of
reason why I don't
loves Batman,
redecorate the
especially in the
windshield
Arkham
with your
games.
noodle.
Or it's like a sick love-hate relationship with him. I mean, Batman obviously hates Joker, but Joker seems to love and hate Batman at the same time.
Harley.
Stay out of this, Puddin'. Grown-ups are talking. Well, you got a reason I shouldn't put a bullet
I'm
in your
gonna
noggin?
put my big boy pants on.
That's a pretty good reason. I like a guy who's good with his hands.
That's
Just
awkward
joshing you,
because
rich
like
boy. See? There wasn't
John
even a
is
bullet in the
sitting
chamber.
next to us.
Oops. Well, let's put some music on.
Bruce, this is the lady I was telling you about. Harley
Is this the
Quinn.
music?
Isn't she a hoot?
What is a hoot? I don't know.
gotta
I
get
don't
it
actually know what that means, but I think it's like I'm laughing
Oh,
on
trust
the
me, I'm
inside.
laughing my ass off. On the inside.
Well, come on, Bruce. Harley was just kidding.
I hope John doesn't understand
Oh yeah, I forgot.
sarcasm.
You probably don't like things that go bang too much. After that sad, sad way you lost your folks. Puddin' here says you're chomping at the bit to meet us. I want to get an idea why. What do you get out of
This is a
rubbing
good song.
shoulders with the likes of us?
Looking
Well,
for
when you have as
excitement.
much money as I do, you get bored. I'm just looking for a little excitement.
Excitement? The man who's got everything's looking for some new toys.
Well, you should have seen the way he took care of business with the guy in the bar, though, Harley. He played him like a Stradivarius.
Do us a favor, Pud. Skip over to that bodega and get me a slushie.
I don't know.
Right now?
Are we supposed to see through the windows or not? But I guess it's kind of foggy outside. Okay, no, it's not. Okay. I love the camera like
Poor
follows
John.
John, but we can't
He
see
just
shit.
doesn't know who he is yet. You know, he's searching.
Yeah, I guess this is a
impressionable.
graphical glitch. This is the first glitch we've had in the
He
game.
thinks the world of you. So I asks myself, what's Bruce Wayne want with a lost soul like John? It's kind of a mismatch.
We're good friends.
Raises all kinds of questions.
John and I went through a lot in Arkham. He's a friend.
Oh, ain't that cute?
Hey, welcome to
You're
Batman the
sweet
Animal
on
Villain.
little old
Hope you
Puddin'.
enjoy episode 2.
Here's the thing, lover boy.
Lava boy.
Guys like him don't have friends like you. You got that look in your eye, the kind that says you're trouble. And I only
I'm
like
not sure
trouble
what
when
I
I'm
think
the
of
one causing
Harley's
it.
character design in this
You
game.
got a good reason why I should trust you?
It's got the same problem with Harley in the
After
Arkham
all,
games,
you're a
because
squeaky clean favored son of Gotham. How am I supposed to
crime is in my
believe
blood.
you won't run to the
Because
cops the
I
first
personally
chance you get?
prefer
My
the
father used to
original,
run crime in
like,
the city. It's in
Batman
my
the
blood.
Animated Series Harley
Fully.
Quinn
My mama
design.
was a grocer. I don't
You
give
know
two craps
that
about fruits.
red and
You think that's the
half
same?
red, half black suits.
Don't matter. You'll show me soon
But
enough
like
if you got what
Arkham
it
games
takes.
change it drastically, and she never seems to wear it nowadays.
Aw, gee, thanks, bud.
We gotta go.
How
What
can you
were you
see
guys
Red Drive?
talking about?
I mean, guess you have a GPS.
Your friend was just saying how much he liked you, bud.
Oh,
Got a little man crush on ya. Ain't that right, Brucey?
do I actually
Ain't
get
that
your
the
answer?
gist of it?
It's the truth, John.
It's the truth.
You just made
John
my
won't forget
day,
that. Oh my
Bruce.
god.
I want you to know the feeling's mutual.
Oh. I love that you can still see the window cleaners.
Oh my god! That is the best damn
I've never
slushie
liked
ever.
slushies. I think they taste extremely weird.
Suck on that.
I swear, it'll
No,
make
I
your
don't want
whole
to.
body shiver.
Sorry.
Come on. Put your lips
Oh,
on
look at John.
it. I ain't got cooties. Cross my heart.
No thanks.
No thanks, I'm good.
Suit yourself. I'ma pretend I ain't offended.
I'll try some.
Okay, here's what's going to happen now, Mr. Moneybags.
It's the money back.
You're gonna go get Mama a little present. From inside there.
Where
Wayne
exactly?
Enterprises.
Oh,
A
okay.
little bird told me there's some pretty fancy hacking tech up there. Something called a phalanx key. Get
Okay.
it for me? I'll know you're on the level. Maybe I'll even bring you along on our next job. You'll get all the thrills you ever dreamed of.
What do you want with the phalanx key?
Why wouldn't I want it? I hear this thing opens half the security systems in Gotham.
Okay, that is
And
pretty neat.
it's just sitting there, hidden in your lab, waiting for someone to put it to use. What's the matter? You better not try nothing fishy. I don't want to have to splatter that pretty face.
It's okay, Harley. Bruce and I already talked. He'll do whatever
Shut up,
you
John.
want.
Please don't.
Is that right? Will you do whatever I want? Will you jump when I say jump? Will you bring me the shiny
I'll do what I
things
think is
asked
best.
for?
I'll do
It's
whatever
like
I
yes
think is
and no at the
necessary.
same time.
That's how this gets done.
Sounds like Bruce has got it covered.
Feel like we're like, you know, when you go to
You're on, Brucey boy.
that's I don't what's the name of that,
Make yourself
like
useful
driving school,
and get me that
and you
phalanx
got
key.
those, you sit on
And
those
hurry.
simulator
Mama really
cars,
wants to get herself some tacos when you're done.
Got this, Bruce.
and the surroundings are virtual 3D, because we can see check shit through the windows. Okay, now we can see stuff. The Wayne Tower looked a little fucked up, but okay. Like the architecture was weird, but I can't do anything about these graphical glitches. I had these in the first game as well. A lot of these in the first
Mr.
game.
Wayne. Yeah, if you could please sign in on account of the attack. So, what brings you in? If you don't mind me asking.
Business
Well,
never
no
sleeps.
rest for the weary.
Yeah, or for the wicked. You're all set, sir.
Thank you.
Excuse me.
sir. Ma'am, this is private.
Oh shit, they came here with me. Didn't they? Yeah.
You really ought to rethink your hiring practices,
But I like
Bruce.
that
Man's lying down
John is like the innocent one here and Harley is like the true
Don't
villain.
worry. A little bump on the head never killed anyone.
It's covered in blood.
Going up, Brucey. You do know how an elevator works, don't ya?
I gotta help my guy. Okay, maybe not.
This ain't your stop.
Don't worry about your pal. He's gonna make it. As long as you behave, that is. Give me a hard time, I go back and finish the job. The same goes for anyone else who gets in the way. Capiche?
Go back to the car, please.
Just go wait in the car. I can do this alone.
I don't think you're getting it.
I was just pissing
You ain't
her
the
off.
one in charge.
And you ain't the only one allowed to have fun. Didn't your mama ever teach you about sharing?
Now that you mention it, no. She never
John,
had the
come
chance.
on.
Keep it cool and no one else gets a dinger to the dome.
Now buck up. We're all smiles on this crew. There you go.
You're looking like your billion-dollar self again.
Yo.
Oh, Bruce, I'm surprised to see you. And these are... To whom do I owe the pleasure?
Fashion
I don't
consultants?
believe we've met.
Question mark?
They're fashion consultants. I figured it's time I try out a new look.
Not
Okay,
just
that
Bruce.
was
We're
a
gonna
bad choice.
revamp this whole place. Dress everyone in snazzy uniforms.
Oh. Well, no one ran this by me.
Just think, you could come into work on Monday dressed just like me.
I mean,
Is
John's
some kind of
like
joke?
Do I look funny to you?
clothes, like the way he dresses, that's like a normal
Like I'm some
style
kind
to
of
dress. You just
punchline or
like put on
Excuse me?
vest. Ah shit. Okay. This is not
You're
going
gonna let
well.
your employees sass me like that?
Is this the kind of operation you run here?
Back off, Harley.
Your worker bees
Like,
just mouth off
I gotta
whenever
keep
they
my
want.
Leave her
employer's side as well.
I ain't even gotten started.
I said back off.
Your friends don't suit you, Bruce.
Bye.
You got a firm grip, Mr. Corporation. The kind that makes a girl go weak at the knees.
Sorry, John, like,
He can do with those hands.
I guess she's more into me than into you. I'm sorry.
Just you and little old
Let's stay
me.
focused, please.
Let's just stay focused on the task at hand, shall we?
Bruce is right. We are people with purpose. We're here to get the phalanx.
Shut your pie hole, will you, John? You gotta learn to live in the moment.
I don't. I live in the past and in the future. Okay, she has some anger issues.
Wait here. I'll be right back with
Forget it, Brucey boy. Your secret lab ain't really a secret.
How do you know about my secret lab?
Cobblepot's got
Oh,
quite
okay,
a
Penguin.
mouth on him. I
Right.
don't think he ever shut it the whole time I was working at Blackgate
He
Prison.
was sent to Blackgate
told me
in,
all
at
sorts
the
of
end of the first
interesting
game,
stuff.
so apparently Harley was
Say, do
his
you like
psychiatrist
chess?
back at Blackgate then.
Work your magic.
Tick-tock. What's the holdup?
What happens if I don't do anything? Can I not do it? Not do anything? Sometimes I wonder, are there gonna be some secret outcomes if you don't do anything? Like, I don't know.
tight squeeze.
You know, I think you two are the closest friends I've ever had.
I said this a million times, but John is super adorable here.
I present to you our secret lab.
Damn,
Lucius, you have seriously outdone yourself this time.
Glad you like it.
Like it? Oh, no, this changes everything.
It was getting a bit dodgy hiding all those batarangs in the Wayne Enterprise R&D wing.
Thank you, Lucius.
Come on. Now the real work starts.
Rest in peace, Lucius.
Somehow I was expecting more.
Where's the giant crater? I thought this was where your friend went out with a bang.
That was his office upstairs.
No, it wasn't. It was my office. What are
Where's
you
the
talking about?
phalanx key?
It should be in the vault.
Well, what you waiting for, sweetie? Go get it.
And I don't know what do I think of Harley's voice actor here, since like she seems to be trying to make like kind of a knockoff imitation of Arlene Sorkins, aka Harley, the original voice actor of Harley Quinn from Batman the Animated Series. But it at least now it just doesn't sit well with me, because I would have preferred if this voice actor would have done something different with Harley's voice. But I gotta give it some time and get used to it. But Anthony Gruberger, the guy who voices John here, he's phenomenal. I really like this guy's acting as the Joker. Okay, I can't do anything else. Nope.
Lock protocol vault thumbprint required Lucius Fox. That's not right. Why the lock?
Ghost.
Someone's been in here.
What's taking so long, Bruce?
It's saying it won't open without Lucius's thumbprint.
And that got blown up with the rest of him, didn't it?
That's horrible, but it's kind of funny.
Dumb luck.
This is so horrible.
You're saying we can't get it open then? Harley's not going to like that at all. Or
you don't think she doesn't hear you?
Let me try to find latent prints around here with my scanner.
Always thinking, this guy.
Yep. That's because I'm Batman. Could there be fingerprints in the picture?
Dinner to celebrate Tiffany's first day at Wayne Enterprises.
Aww.
Sorry you didn't make it there, Lucius.
Poor Tiffany.
Alright, that's a start. Tiffany built that rocket herself. Lucius was so proud.
What? No.
Getting there.
I mean, okay. So a couple more. Gotta be something here.
One more partial print should do it. Okay, still unconscious. Hope he's not hurt too badly.
Yeah, how am I gonna explain this? Printer panel. Okay, that's some low poly graphics right there.
not encouraging.
EMP generator.
There we go. Okay, this will work.
Now that's a shiny piece of metal. What's it do?
I'm not even sure if it works.
It's an EMP generator, Puddin'.
She still
Tell him what it does.
calls John Puddin'.
It emits a pulse that knocks out other nearby electronic devices.
Who wouldn't want to try that?
God damn it, John.
Even now, still finding ways to help me. Stay there. Don't touch anything.
I touch what I want when I want, Brucey boy. You knew what's best for you. You'd quit giving orders and find me that key.
Like, I gotta get into the Pact, and I'm not having a good relationship with Harley.
Looking for this.
Oh.
Tiffany.
I told you I'd find out what you got my dad mixed up in.
Well, you got a gun.
This is much worse than I thought.
You're not safe here. You have to hide.
What the hell are you doing with a secret room full of weapons? What's going on here, Bruce? What's all this for?
Oh shit!
Your father.
I mean, I gotta tell Tiffany this. She's gonna hate my guts if I don't.
Batman. I knew it. His tech.
Like,
Dad's
but you can still
fingerprints are all over
tell that I'm Batman.
I came
based on my
for
voice,
answers, but
and based on my
I
jawline.
didn't expect this.
Bruce.
These people you're with. I saw on the cameras what they did to that guard. To Regina.
They'll do the same to you, or worse. Get out of sight.
Bruce, what's taking so long in here, huh? Hey, I know you. We met at your father's funeral.
Oh my god.
Okay, Bruce.
Can you
need to
not
get physical?
be
I get it.
like yourself, John?
Lab rats. But what about Harley?
But like, he doesn't.
I mean,
he doesn't want to. Like, he doesn't mean anything bad by
friend here
saying these things. But
what am I supposed to tell her?
You don't have to say anything to her, John. Okay? It can be our secret.
In Arkham, I was well known for my discretion.
Yay.
All the guards confided in me.
I don't think
like
was
lying to
guard,
Harley,
but okay.
but I'll do it for you, Bruce. What I really need is the Phalanx key. You give me that, I can go out there and, you know, make Harley happy.
You can have the key. Just leave Tiffany out of it, okay?
You mean this thing?
That's it?
You've got to be kidding, Bruce. You can't give these psychos anything from this lab.
Hey now, no need to get personal. We're all on the same side.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing.
Come on, Bruce.
To almost every single line that
You know how
John says
dangerous
is
this tech
funny.
could be in the wrong hands.
Yoo-hoo! What the hell is going on in there?
Please, Tiffany. I've been honest with you every step of the way. Now I need you to trust me.
Don't be like Gordon and turn on me.
I better not see this on the evening news.
I mean, it's pretty obvious you will, but okay.
This makes things so much better for everyone.
Thank you, Tiffany. You made the right call.
Harley will be over the moon when I show her this.
Stay out of sight until we are long gone.
Whatever. Bruce. You better know what you're doing.
I'm Batman.
Took you long enough? I was starting to think you got sucked into a portal to another dimension or something.
Does John have a little
You
hunchback?
boys did good, you know? Made Mama proud. It don't look like nothing special.
You've got what you wanted. Now let's just get out of here.
load that thing up too, John? I need it. Hurry it up.
Okay, whatever. Yeah, you're gonna carry John. Oh, Alfred.
Bruce!
You okay?
Are you alright?
I'm fine, Alfred.
I was keeping an eye on you over the security feed.
Well, breaking into my own company was unexpected.
Things could have gone so much worse.
As long as I don't lose my company,
you managed
like
to
in
keep
the
both
first game.
John and Tiffany quiet was a masterstroke, Bruce. Still, that young woman is smarter than both of us, Bruce.
Is it possible
It's only a
for
matter
Tiffany
of
get
time
caught?
before she puts the rest
I guess
of
it
the
is.
pieces together. I heard you reveal
Like if
all
Harley
that
would have
Lucius
walked into
worked
the room.
with Batman.
If I would
But
have
will
chose
that
some
satisfy her?
other dialogue
You know
option.
what she's like. She won't stop digging until she
Wonder
gets
what
to
would
the
have happened.
truth. Maybe we should just tell her.
I've always regretted not being more honest with you about your father's life. Don't make the same mistake I did. She shouldn't be left guessing.
You're right.
Yeah.
I'll be as
I gotta
honest
agree with
Tiffany as
Alfred
I can.
because yeah,
Very good.
she's as smart
With
as her dad,
regards to tonight's
or maybe
other
even smarter.
catastrophes,
If
Your
she
night
like
watchman
built a
got
rocket
nasty
when
lump
she
on the
was like
head,
10
but
years old,
Don't worry, he'll be fine. I've already arranged for him to
and
get
she
a
can
generous payout
develop
and an
new
extended vacation.
tech for us.
and replace tonight's offending security camera feed with dummy footage.
Yeah, thank you.
As for Regina, I'm afraid your fashion consultant's cover story is going to cause more problems.
Yeah, that was a bad
Our
call.
encounter there was too bizarre to be ignored.
After what went on, it'll be a challenge to smooth things over with her.
It's all coming so fast.
Whatever
One
it
thing after another.
takes.
You need to take it easy, Al. Get some rest.
It's only a momentary bit of exhaustion. I'm sure it will pass. Bruce.
I know we agreed there was no better way to get to Bane. And believe me, I want to see these monsters pay for what they've done. But this whole masquerade with John and Harley, well, frankly, it's exhausting.
Oh.
Well, be careful, and good luck.
Bye. Please go to bed early. Take care of yourself, Alfred, my boy. 7:16 p.m.
Those things will kill you. Consider quitting.
You sound like my daughter.
Hey, Barbara, I've mentioned.
Here.
Get that
You're
girl,
welcome.
Oracle.
It's information on Harleen Quinzel from sealed records we dug up at the coroner's office.
He's beat right.
Harleen Quinzel's father committed suicide after decades of struggling with mental illness.
Yeah, tough story. Quinzel was a devoted, successful doctor.
But she couldn't save him. Must have been hard on her. The trauma of her father's death caused her breakdown. Turned her into the monster she is today.
Now, I know what she's done, but I can't help but
Okay.
feel a little
Yeah,
sorry.
I was just gonna say, I kind of feel
It's gotta
sorry
be
for
rough
her.
on a person, going through all
Like,
that.
she's a monster and a murderer, but
Yeah. The
I almost
loss
ran
a
out of
loved
time
one
there.
can do that.
I'd have to imagine it would.
You mad at me, bro?
Gordon, you're dismissed.
Really?
This is still my goddamn
Yeah.
station house.
He's forgetting I'm the one who can make or break his career right now.
Really?
You only
Really,
remind me
Amanda?
every other minute.
Clearly, I need a better method of getting
You're the
the
rest,
message
Waller.
across.
That's enough, Waller. This is Jim's precinct. He's
Yeah.
free to do as he pleases.
Maybe you weren't paying attention, but this is my turf now.
You're gonna push me too far, you hear me?
Is that a threat?
I'm trying to rebuild a relationship
just
with
God's
Gordon
honest
back.
truth. Something you wouldn't know a damn thing about.
Oh, roasted.
What does she have on you? You're gonna tell me at the arsenal? What the hell is it?
Do I have a choice?
If she's jammed you up somehow, just say the word. I'll appeal to the mayor, the governor, whatever it takes to get her off your back.
I'll do whatever I can to help you.
I trust Gordon again.
She knows who I am, Jim.
Oh yeah?
Gordon won't forget that.
Well, so do I. You're Batman.
Damn
That's all
right.
you ever have to be. That's
God
all
damn
Gotham
right.
needs you to be. And you,
That's Walter White this
if
shit.
you're threatening to take that away, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Hey! Gordon
I
likes us
don't
again.
want to hear it.
See you. Let's have a beer sometime, Jim.
You're supposed to come to Gotham, put the chains on Riddler and his gang, and get the hell out. I'm just saying, this city gets under your skin fast. Know what I mean? Best laid plans and all that.
Yeah.
I do know. This city has made me who I am.
So I've heard. I just wish Gotham
Or
produced
noticed
more
that. Wonder what
Batmans
that
and less
means.
Riddlers. Make my job a whole lot easier.
Because I don't want
I
to
guess you
piss
locals see it
Waller off
differently.
completely.
Agent
Like,
Avesta.
I'm
She
taking...
fought
Whenever
you
it's
on this
Waller
assignment, you know.
versus Gordon,
Wanted
of
to see her
course,
old
I'm taking
neighborhood.
Gordon's
Wanted
side
to
since
see you.
it's freaking
Her
Gordon.
hometown hero.
But I still want
She wanted
that
to
the
impress
federal
you.
government comes after me.
She admires what you do.
And
for
yeah,
the
Waller
people of
knows
the
that
city.
I'm Bruce Man, so...
Your respect is important to her.
Does she know who I really am?
Who do you think told me who you are?
Blake?
For the world's greatest detective, you sure can be slow. So, Wayne Enterprises. Heard you made some new friends.
Okay, maybe
You're having
it's
me
not
fall.
glitched. The Wayne Tower is not
Thanks to
glitched.
you,
It's just the
these very
architecture
bad
design
people
is
have
kind of
an
weird.
EMP and a key that'll open every lock I would want to keep bolted shut. They're clearly planning something. The stakes are too high to leave anything to chance. You know, I actually considered asking you to infiltrate Riddler's gang. Before everything blew up. I knew I could count on you to get
blew
me
up,
close
get
to
it?
them.
Like in the
Close to
beginning,
Bane.
when the precinct blew up.
You're good at this. Seems like you've already won Harley Quinn's trust.
What you saw was just a test.
An operation like theirs requires someone with your resources. As long as you don't blow it, they're gonna want to keep Bruce Wayne around until they take him for all they can.
I like the way the game
Get them away
has
from their
handled
base of
Amanda Waller this
operations.
far.
Somewhere they'll be exposed.
She's extremely
They're all
cool
together,
character.
out in the open.
Like I don't like her.
Contact.
Like I don't
I'll
like her
be standing by,
personality, and
ready to ambush.
she's kind of a villain.
Take
She's
them
more
down
of
when
an
they're at their most
anti-hero.
vulnerable. Sound good? They'll
But,
never know what hit them.
I like her. How she's written.
You need to involve Gordon.
Don't tell me how to run my operation.
His people know this city better than anyone.
And they have their hands filled with other priorities right now.
Okay, fuck you.
Batman. If it gets bad for you, just remember. We're out here. When you're in deep like this, you need friends.
And fans.
Let's say everything goes pear-shaped, and you get stuck in there longer than you'd like. Then what's right, what's wrong, it all gets blurry.
Left, right, left. No, the
And guess
march is
what?
That's a good
That's
song.
okay. Because you're going to have to do some blurry things that you're not proud of before this is done.
I'm not gonna kill anyone.
You hear me? That's just how these kinds of operations go
I
down.
won't betray my code.
I created Batman to strike
That's the
fear
whole
into
thing.
criminals,
Batman.
not become one.
Batman's not the one rubbing shoulders with him at the moment. You should think about which one Gotham really needs right now.
Stepping my toes. Maybe a little bit. Hey.
Al, I'm in.
Just don't stay embedded any longer than necessary.
I'll be in and out, Alfred. Just long enough to figure out their plans.
Good luck, Bruce. Stay safe.
right?
Straight out of Peaky Blinders.
Here we go.
Peaky Blinders. With my cap. Even though it's not even a cap. I don't know what's the correct term for that hat style.
Hey now! Welcome to our little hideaway and home away from home, the end of the line. We're happy to have you.
Welcome, bros.
Thanks, John.
You said you'd kill him after you got what you needed.
So what? Ain't a girl allowed to change her mind?
Could someone get me out of these
handcuffs, fuck you,
please?
Bane.
Tell me why I shouldn't kill
Misogynistic prick. You need my support.
What I have is influence, and that is worth a lot.
Spoken like a man who has never had to do hard work.
Who the hell wants to do hard work?
I bring us back the transport and the arms we require. You bring back a worthless aristocrat. We don't need his money. We have what we need to finish this. Thanks to me.
He ain't worthless, you overgrown bicep. He already got us an
Narcissistic
EMP
personality
device
disorder,
and
a
the
little.
phalanx key. I'll betcha I can find a use for him.
I do not care how much these two
Yeah, I can make
swoon
copy.
over you, Wayne.
For you guys.
We don't want you here, and we don't need you here.
Whoopsie.
Thanks, John.
Turn it off!
Turn it off! Now!
Can you do something about this?
I mean handcuffs.
It's Freeze.
Hey, it's Arnold.
You need to uncuff me.
Don't screw this up.
Is it like Nora,
You fool!
who's now dying?
I can turn it off.
Make it stop, or I will seal you both in ice! I swear, if you don't get that electricity back on immediately,
shit. No.
I'll send you to a frozen hell.
Come on. But what? Isn't it okay now? Yes? 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 Oh shit, yeah. Like this. Not that. Come on. Professional criminal my arse. It's kinda hard with analog sticks, because the sensitivity is too high. I mean, you can change from the menus, I think, but I don't bother doing
At
that.
least we know that it works.
I must check on Nora. See how she is. You may have impressed these two.
Mr. Freeze is
but I
one of
haven't
my
made up my
all-time
mind
favorite
about crushing
Batman
your
villains.
skull.
Fair enough.
Everyone back to work. There's still a lot to get done.
Who put you in charge?
Somebody has to give the orders.
I like all of the villains here: Bane, Harley, John, Mr. Freeze, with the Riddler, and from the first came Two-Face and the Penguin.
That was
But
a nice job before.
I guess my favorites,
Come on
yeah,
up to my
are
office.
Two-Face, Penguin, Mr. Freeze, Poison, Ivy, and Scarecrow. And I'm sorry, yes, I did not include Joker there. He's great, but he's so overused. The same thing is with Harley. She's so overused nowadays.
Listen, Bruce. I just want to clear the air a little. You distanced yourself from us back at your office.
Yeah?
I don't blame you, after all the trouble I caused.
I don't like mannequins.
You probably noticed I like to stir things up. It's a bad habit, and, well, it's made me more enemies than friends. I want to say I'm sorry
And
for
the Mad
messing
Hatter
with
is also a great villain.
your employees. I know they probably mean a lot to you.
No apology
it was fun.
necessary. All in good fun.
Fun? You seemed pretty cut up about it at the time. I wouldn't blame you if
Yeah,
you were
but thinking
mad,
back,
but
it was kind
I
of
want you to
fun.
understand. You've seen these animals I work with. In my business, you let your guard down for a second, you get torn to shreds.
I can only imagine.
If I'm always pushing buttons, it's to keep people off balance, you know? Keep them guessing my next move. Keep the real me hidden. I hope you ain't gonna judge me for it. To be honest, I've been at it so long I don't even notice I'm doing it.
I think I'm offending
It's
her
just
if
a
I
part
pick
of who
the
I
X
am.
option, so...
We all wear masks, Harley. You don't have to be a criminal for that.
Even you?
That's deep. That's
You
deep,
ain't
guys.
like these others. Bane's a powder keg. Freeze. Well, you saw Freeze. John's sweet. And believe me, he's got heaps of potential. But he's still a growing boy.
He's a walking ice stick.
You, though? You got your head screwed on right. You're reasonable. I can work with reasonable. We're pulling a job tonight. I want you to be a part of it. You already showed you know how to use that EMP better than any of these other
Revenge on
clowns.
the job.
I want you
Help
to
me.
come with.
I'm in. Just tell me what to do.
That's what I wanted to hear. All will be revealed eventually.
Yay, Harley likes us too.
Using that EMP, though, that's gonna make tonight's job a whole lot less messy.
Goddamn Mario Kart
neck
in my
ass
head.
hat Bane, he loves making a mess. People getting killed just makes his day. If you're gonna come with, you gotta convince the others.
Convince them.
It's a real pain in the ass sometimes, but you need a majority opinion for anything big. And bringing you along, well, you got some persuading to do. Let me know how I can help.
Is it too offensive to talk to her about her father? Because, yeah, we learned that her father committed suicide, unfortunately, so I'd figure that would be extremely hard subject to bring up, especially when Harley doesn't even know who we are. Like, yeah, she's a psychiatrist, she's trained, she has PhD in psychology or in sociology, but I guess it's more in psychology. I don't know about that stuff, but yeah. So I'm kind of afraid to ask that. I don't know. Do I have to? So I don't think Bane likes me.
I get the
Let's go
feeling
with that.
Bane doesn't like me very much.
That knucklehead respects strength and loyalty. Show him you got those, and he'll come around. He's a man's man. I don't got much time for all that burly machismo, but sit him down for a beer or something.
Hey,
He'll hear what you gotta
bear.
say. He may kill you when you're done.
And a
At
bear.
least to listen.
I actually, right now, if you're gonna hear this, me clicking this bottle, this is actually a beer bottle. Since I'm an adult and I can drink one beer. Yeah, don't drink responsibly, guys. I'm sorry about... no, I don't want to pick that. So what's the story on Freeze?
So what's the deal with Freeze?
And because I'm just chilling here, I'm streaming. So.
Unique.
You mean why he's blue
Wanted
and
to
wrapped
crack
up in
a cold
machinery?
one. It's almost Friday,
Accident in the
like
lab.
Rebecca Black would
Here's
say.
the thing about Freeze. Only thing he gives two hoots about is his wife. He gave up everything to try and save her when she got sick. And I mean everything. Job, health, soul, the whole shebang.
She's dead?
Frozen stiff. Keeps her on ice in the next room while he searches for a cure. Ain't
How
that just
romantic.
kooky? I mean, it explains
Yeah,
why
but
he flipped on the
exactly,
EMP
how
off.
romantic.
But seriously,
She'd be
who does
horrified,
that?
but yeah.
I don't know. Sounds pretty romantic to me.
Bruce, you big softy. I suppose you could see it that way. It's just made him into such an angry person. You know, it's tearing him up inside. Talking about his wife is the only way to get Freeze to pay attention to you. But watch yourself. His attention ain't always a good thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave office because I don't want to bring up her father. I think that's too much. I don't know, like, how is she gonna react here? But I don't wanna do that.
I'll go talk to the others. See what I can do to change their minds.
I've got faith in you, handsome.
Quit with the flirting. You're with John. Or I'm with John. I don't know how is it now. Because it seems like we have this triangle drama going on here. Bruce, John, and Harley. Yay, free exploring. Can I talk to Mr. Freeze? I think I can. And Bane. I want to get to know Freeze. I think we could go back and ask about her father's suicide, but I'm not going to do that. There's nothing here. Well, that's useful. I like the music in the background again. It's kind of chill. Hello, Victor. Fries. Or it's kind of dumb that, like, his official last name is like Freeze, like F-R-I-E-S, and he's like Mr. Freeze, and he's Ice Guy. But it's comic books. What can you do?
I heard about your wife, and Hear me out. I might be able to help.
What do you mean? You'll answer me if you're smart and understand the concept of self-preservation.
What are you
I don't think he cares if I'll
that kind of
tell him the story of the whole town.
My wife followed your goings-on in the society.
My
columns
dad
way.
and mom get shot.
You're more familiar with lust than love.
That's how I know how precious that kind of love is.
Of course it's horrible, but like, yeah, they were assholes.
What
That's
if you
usual,
get
like,
caught?
at least, honestly.
Sent to prison. What happens to your wife then?
What do you propose?
What, 20 years? She deserves a chance at life.
I own technology companies, Victor. Big ones. You could house and protect her. Continue your research to cure her.
Why? Why would you do this?
Your wife deserves it, right? The innocent deserve our protection.
You're right about that much. I'll talk to Bane. Make sure he thinks you're on the level.
You have my word.
Is Mr. Freeze vouching on me now as
Any
well?
tips on handling Bane?
I don't know. Go talk to him.
Look, duh.
Good luck.
Good luck.
What would Harley need with an EMP?
Mr. Potter.
I can't risk tampering with it.
Ah, I miss you, Alan Rickman. Great actor.
What are they planning to do? I don't have
Damn,
time
2016
to
was
sort
an
through all
awful year. Like, it's weird to
them
think,
watching
because
me.
2020 was such an awful year. So was 2016. Like, everyone died in 2016. Freaking, did Carrie Fisher die in 2016? David Bowie, Leonard Cohen, Alan Rickman, Muhammad Ali. Excellent Snape. Thank you, thank you. Severus Snape is my favorite Harry Potter character. I gotta check on John as well. Can I talk to you? No, I can't. Look at this. Not everyone can walk like this. This takes some talent, yo. Fixing my headset, sorry. If you heard some cracking noises.
Hey, buddy! It's always so good to see you. Like, so good.
I love those
Always good to
pictures
see
on the
you,
wall about
Good one to say, Bruce.
like
Thanks for helping
in
me
half
out
of them
before.
they're
in your
about
office.
John, and then there's Harley in some of them, and
I'm just glad everything worked out.
John and me was in
Ever
one of those pictures.
handing that key over to Harley, giving her what she wanted, pure ecstasy. It was a big moment for me. I should have known right when we pinky sweared that everything would work out great.
Yep.
Harley wants me to try to get in good with Bane and Freeze.
I think you're well on your way to doing just that.
Cerveza Prisca.
I've been doing, what I can to help too. You didn't catch it?
I guess
Like
the
Bane might kill you.
prison
I set off
where
that
Bane was
as a
held
distraction.
in the comic books
Thought it
was
might give
called
you a
Santa
chance to
Prisca, if
show
I'm
off
not
your
completely
technical
mistaken.
skills in front of Freeze. That's the only thing I think he really respects.
Wow. Then I owe you my life, John.
It's what pals do. I know you do the same for me.
Yep.
And
Absolutely,
wouldn't you
John.
know it? You nailed it. You already know I like you, Bruce. You better get cracking on getting those other guys to like you too. Because I don't want to have to watch what happens if they don't.
I don't like that undertone, John.
Prisca.
Can I get the beer if
Bane
I can
loves
give
that
back?
beer. I bought
Bane.
some for when I need to talk
5.4%.
to him. He's scarier than anybody in Arkham.
God damn it, John. Why you such a... Why are you such a joker? Am I right? Okay, sorry.
Think she really brightens up the room. 1,000-watt face.
How'd you two meet?
Same way you and I met. In Arkham.
Wanna become famous by followers. Thank you, bot, but
Gave me a reason
sorry,
to live out
but
here and
no, I don't wanna be famous.
all this. I don't see how we aren't
Got two
destined
bots
to be
commented
together.
the same freaking message from two different
Wouldn't make any
users.
sense.
That's interesting. But I want to deserve my followers.
Do you have one here?
Not buy them.
Oh, that spot was for Batman.
You like Batman.
What's not to like?
Does John know
only
that we're
saw him for a
Batman?
second in Arkham, but oh man,
Because
I'd
yeah,
love to
he
see
saw
him
us in
again.
Arkham at the end of the 5th episode of the first game. Is there anything else? No. Bye, John. Hello? Thank God. I was afraid it crashed. This a couple of times when I have been streaming, like my games have crashed, and it's just so frustrating. I'm gonna look here first, because I think when I talk to Bane, the next scene occurs and I cannot come back here. No, nope. I wanna look at this poster. Yes.
And now I see where Bane gets his fashion sense.
Versus Guerrero. Guerrero. No, up. No, I was... give beer. I almost pressed the square button.
Just thought you looked thirsty.
Please.
You still have...
Come.
Oh, shit.
Riddler. He bombed your building and killed your friend. Someone did that to me. I'd bomb their building, kill their friend. As Riddler's friend, I have to know, are you here for payback? Did you come for revenge? Answer me.
This feels so bad to say, but
Do you know how big my company is? I barely knew Fox then. Guys like him are interchangeable.
Don't treat me like a peasant, Wayne. You won't like what happens if you do. In this line of work, one cannot be too careful. Trust has been the hardest thing to find, especially after Riddler's death. Yes, men you can trust. So hard to find.
Is this guy a snitch? Snitches get stitches.
He was with my crew at the police arsenal. Bane! The prisoner he was supposed to be guarding got away. And yet he doesn't have a scratch on him. This is crazy!
I mean,
I suspect we have a traitor among us. One begins to smell a rat after Riddler's murder and that prisoner getting away. Loyalty is all that we have. But there can be no trust unless I can believe that you are who you say you are, and that you are really willing to do all that you claim.
I'm not gonna brutalize him.
Only one of you walks out of here. You know me. The sooner one of you picks up that pipe and bashes the other's head, the sooner we get this over with. Fine. I'll prove it.
Like, I can still beat him in a battle, but I don't want to hit him with this. Okay, I'm gonna hit him with this pipe then. Oh, alright. I don't have a choice. Be merciful.
You showed him mercy. That was a mistake. Take him somewhere.
Yeah!
The package is moving.
What's going on?
The job we've been getting ready for. It's happening.
Good. I'm ready.
Not so fast, the Moneybags. You're not in the Pact. Not yet. Not till
Friend
everyone
Joan
votes.
Part 2.
What do you say, boys? Bruce Wayne. In or out?
The aristocrat lacks the backbone to dirty his hands. Out.
There may be more to Wayne than first appeared.
Like, everyone else are voting against Bane here.
In.
Bruce is strong and smart and handsome, like super handsome. It's nuts, you guys. And
thank you, John.
Where was I going with this? right.
Well, aren't you, Mr. Popular? We got a majority, folks. Bruce is in. You've earned a ticket to ride, pal. Make sure that EMP shielding is on those APCs. I don't need any surprises.
Is it even possible that they would not take you or let you in?
No one can
or
stop us.
participate in the job?
Together, the world can be ours. Let's go.
Somebody grab that thing. It's important. Let's go hit him with the hind.
So I kind of missed the point, like, what are we gonna do now? What are we robbing? What? These loading screens are pretty long, actually. Or always quite scary. Because you never know when the an error has occurred.
Wayne, we are close. Make your device ready.
Will do.
Thing appears on the screen and the game
EMP
crashes.
primed and ready to go.
I was actually speedrunning Batman Arkham City one time.
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago, and it crashed during my speedrun, and I had speedrun 2.5 hours, and I was so freaking pissed after that.
On the move with targets.
track this signal. Get your people here, now.
We've got your signal locked.
How would you say Waller's name, like, out loud?
Now we do this.
I don't even have a gun, but...
Wait, what in the...
we're robbing the agents, guys.
I gotta say, Bruce, now that we're actually here and it's really happening, I'm feeling some butterflies in my stomach.
We have an obstruction ahead, both lanes. Armored vehicles. Service weapons at the ready. Do not engage.
Now, Wayne! Do it!
Should we have used electric guns? Okay, that's some Ghostbusters 2 shit.
HQ, do you copy?
My gun, it's fried.
All comms are down.
Yeah, it's kind of dumb that you actually even use those guns.
Carry the torch.
Like they're not as lethal as normal weapons, and I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't like guns. It's like the 50th time I'm saying this in my stream. But still, in these kind of situations, it would be more safe if these guys would have just carried regular pistols, rifles, whatever. Don't be stupid.
Basic, you're outmatched. Nobody has to die here.
You didn't have to punch him.
Your place is on the perimeter.
Yeah.
Freeze! Open the door! Everyone, stay sharp and keep order. Allow no sudden moves, and no talk.
Strike it.
Go on. Quickly. You're wondering what's in there. Find out for yourself. Back off, or I'll shoot.
No! No! No!
Don't.
Break it off!
We don't have time for this. We're not done here, Wayne.
I would not turn my back on you. I'll leave this cleanup to you, but hurry. Man,
There's a guy who just turned his back on him, literally.
Get out of here.
Literally.
Waller, where are you?
Oh, shit.
Waller here. Let them have it, Wayne.
What are you talking about?
The package. Let them have it.
Oh,
it's not
that
worth
is...
my agents' lives.
That's super brutal. Like, first the guy gets frozen up.
Be serious. You were supposed to be
Then,
here.
like, he just gets smashed into pieces. Oh my god.
That was my ride! Break out the artillery and disable their vehicles!
Okay, now you got regular weapons.
Damn it! We can fix this all later. For now, just move it. Waller out.
Yeah,
I
damn it,
don't
Waller.
want to hurt you, but I will blow your heads off if you make me. Eat concrete! Lights out!
Put out that fire!
On it?
Yeah, see? I'm more badass than you. I don't even use guns.
I'm gonna play
Okay,
whack-a-mole
this
with their heads.
did not go as expected.
It's a warrior's death!
Head off, Harley.
Lucy, come join the fun! Keep your arms and legs inside the ride!
Wow. That's the guy I already saved.
What do you want with us? Who the hell is she?
Stay.
Woo! Well, that was fun. Kinda. Be a
Yep,
sweetheart and give
kind
me
of.
a hand with the luggage.
Oh, shit. So, Bullets don't do damage.
Damn it, Bane! Can you get in the damn car already?
Ow.
I'm out of here!
We're just gonna leave Bane behind? Payaso loco. I get goosebumps every time when I hear this main theme at the end of the and see the Batman logo in the sky. The score is amazing. Just listen to it. Whew. Rip Bane. Hey, is this the subway terminal from the
Nice work
Arkham
back
City?
there, Brucey
Like,
boy.
it kind of looks
You
like the same
really know how to
location,
show a
but
girl
with the
a good
clock
time.
on the
Have your
or
fun
hanging
now.
from the ceiling and
Oof,
yeah.
the Iceman bummeth.
If
I
Bane
mean,
survives,
every subway
he'll
terminal
make us all
in the Americas
pay
is
for
the same.
Bane will survive, and he won't let this slip.
He's probably having a ball. Cracking skulls.
Freeze is right. If he makes it back,
I mean, they're
he's gonna
not
be furious.
all the same
Oh, no.
since
So scared.
at least
You should be.
in most of the cities, the subway doors work.
We got
unlike
the
in New York.
package. Be grateful you're around to see it.
And I see roasted subways roasted.
Intrigued, Brucey? Want to know what's inside? Go on, open it.
I mean, I think it's better this way that we went after Harley, since we have mediocre relationship status with Harley right now, I guess. I mean, she doesn't hate us, and she seems to like trust us. And Bane didn't even want us in on the job, and now we've just left him. So Bane is the only one who hates us, but everyone else thinks we're super cool. And John loves us, so that's great. It's Enigma.
Whew. I thought he stank when he was alive. You really put us through a lot of trouble, Mr. Smarty Pants. Getting yourself killed like that.
And again, shout out to Telltale for killing not only Lucius Fox, but the Riddler in the first episode of season 2.
Price.
Oh. Hello again, Selena. Nice to see you. We didn't leave on the bestest of terms. Okay. Yeah. These are always interesting, these relationship status stuff. What? Even 81.7% of players left Tiffany feeling buried. So, what did the rest of the players do? Because this is, if something, this is a majority. She was surprised when you told her Lucius worked with Batman. She appreciated you letting her choose to trust you. I want to actually see Bane's voice actor. And, Man of the Revolution. Harley's. Laura Post, don't know who's that. But JB Blank, yeah, that's what I figured. That's Bane's voice actor. That's the guy who plays one of Fring's associates in Breaking Bad, and he was Bane in Arkham Origins as well. A hugely underappreciated game. You convince her to trust you, but she's concerned for your safety. But like, Tiffany's gonna figure it out eventually that yeah, we're basically Batman, so. You and 99.8% of players left Waller feeling content. Only 0.2% of players got a different outcome. Can this even be possible, or is this a glitch? I actually don't know. This almost seems impossible. That 99.8% of players got the same ending as me. What? She was frustrated when you asked her to consider. This must be a bug. It can't be this high. She was frustrated when you asked her to consider Gordon. She disapproved of you calling Gordon instead of her to help you. But because you agreed to work with her while undercover, your relationship with Waller is positive. Okay, well, yeah, we'll leave left with positive terms. I'm happy about that. Yeah, okay, these are rigged. These relationship stats can't be this high. 78 and 99 and freaking 81. Okay, yeah, well that's the word thing. You and 81.1% of players left Gordon feeling worried. Yeah, again, it can't be this high. This is broken. This must be broken. He was surprised you called him to help you, despite being on bad terms with each other. Now that he knows Waller has leverage on you, he's sorry he doubted you. Because you told the truth, he's worried that Waller might expose your identity. Because I'm fairly certain that this is broken, since at the end of the first episode with the stats, it's possible to leave either with good relationship with Gordon or with having bad relationship with Gordon. And we left with having bad relationship with Gordon. And he was pissed off at us at the beginning of this episode. Now we kind of rebuild our trust with him. But it can be 81.1% of players who got the same ending, because that many players did not get the ending where Gordon was disapproving of you at the end of the first episode. You on 33. Okay, this I actually can't believe. You on 33.9% of players left out feeling stressed. He approved of your decision to be honest with Tiffany. He was ashamed when you noticed he needed to rest. Aw, Alfred, you don't have to. Your conversation in the parlor left him feeling burned out. Come on. You on 60.2% of the players left John feeling happy. He was overjoyed when your pinky swore to never lie again. Oh shit, because I'm feeling bad, because they're obviously gonna break the promise. Obviously. He was intrigued by the underhanded way you handled Willie, the guy with the knife at the bar. He is elated you chose to fight alongside Harley. Okay, yeah, both of these guys can have 60% of players getting the same outcome as me. And it's exactly 60.2 for John and 60.2% for Harley. So that can be correct. She was annoyed that you made her apology to Regina, Regina Zellbach. She liked how efficiently you retrieved the phalanx key. She's thrilled you fought with her instead of Bane. Did you get Tiffany to hand over the phalanx key? You're on 50-50 decision. Can this be correct? This I actually kinda can't believe. But usually but somehow almost exactly 50-50 percent like when something is divided with 50-50, it's kinda unbelievable, in these kind of choice-based video games. But you're 50.1% of players convinced Tiffany to hand over the phalanx key and remain hidden in the vault. Wow. Most of the people still love Gordon, not Waller. Gordon's my man. Even 71.6% of players reach out to Gordon in their time of need. Even 60% of players should resolve things peacefully with William when he drew the knife on John. 50% of players took Willie down when he drew a knife on John. 44.2%. Okay, the majority of people try to calm down Willie with a drink when he drew a knife on them. But didn't I do the same thing? Because I gave him money for his medicine, aka drink. But I don't know. 23.9% of players took Willie down violently when he pulled a knife on them. Jeez, guys. What's wrong with you? Damn. Who did you follow in the convoy? You got 42.2% players at the mini... Okay, now... I lost the audio almost completely for a couple of seconds there. I hope you guys didn't. You only 42.2% of players to minimize casualties in the convoy raid by following Harley, countering her chaos at every turn. So most of the people went to Bane. Like I would have guessed most of the people would have agreed with me and would have gone with Harley. But I guess they went after Bane because Bane can do more damage. Or he could do more damage at once. This is especially when with Venom, this is buffed up and beefed up and beefed monster, and apparently bullets don't seem to hurt him. And Harley is just a regular woman with a what was that hammer called? The term they used about that hammer. Did you? What the hell is wrong with the 5%? Who did not pinky swear with John? You are monsters. You are 95% of players actually John's off of a pinky swear, becoming friends for life. BFFs.